Hello and welcome to the Make Creative Podcast, your monthly podcast of creativeness. My name's Connor and today I am joined with Joel, Lockie and Ruben.
Hi.
Hello.
Long time no see.
This is a bit
Thanks
of
for having me back, I must say. It's nice to be back on the couch.
Yeah, it's good to have everyone.
It's nice not to be in the garage.
Yeah, it's right. We're on the stage now. We've got like the nice lighting and stuff. It's pretty good. We're going to be...
I'm glad.
We are upgrading our value here at Make Creative.
Yeah. Promotion. No
Exactly.
pay rise.
No free advertising.
So we
I
are...
get like Photoshop in my face and everything now.
Just blur its entirety.
Yeah.
Today we're going to be talking a little bit about recording and what our experiences in recording was. So obviously we've gone through recording now for the second time for some of us, but it'll be the first time for Lockie. And so let's talk. We're just going to talk about what that is actually like, how everyone felt about it, some lowlights, some highlights, and yeah. So day one, we came along and we started recording and doing stuff, and it was pretty good. It was mainly Luke drumming that day.
Yeah.
Are we going to talk about day pre-recording? Because we did the whole escapade with the drum kit, didn't we?
Oh, that's true actually. Because initially we needed to get the drum kit. Initially we before we went to do recording, we needed to get the drum kit tuned and reskinned.
So courtesy of Lockie's dad, we actually got to borrow his car.
And
that's right. Yeah,
came
courtesy
around.
of Mom as well, because to get the kit from Gosnell's, where it's kept, to his house, we had to borrow my mom's car because I thought
that's right. Yeah,
the entirety of the kit in my car.
Wait, I thought it was your dad's car.
No, Bess's dad's car.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
no, we took the
Oh
CRV
no, we
first.
took
Yeah.
Best to actually
Yes.
take it to Mega.
So what is before we confuse everyone? Who is Bess?
Bess's dad's 2018 Toyota Land Cruiser, which is very nice, and I don't get to drive it often, so it was a big occasion for me.
76 or 79?
Thanks, Dad.
What year is
no,
it?
76 or 79?
Yeah, Bess is a 76. She's a
76.
2018 76.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Point is, very nice truck, and I'm very grateful that
Not
you
a
let me
200,
borrow it, Dad.
It was a 76.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you guys, essentially, I wasn't there for this, but you guys had to then take it to. Did you take it to Mega Music?
Well,
And-
I feel like we should. So first of all, we get together, or us three got together, because we said we need to get the kit to Ruben's place, or we need to get
That's
the kit
right,
away
yeah,
from Gosnell.
I was at the start of this.
So it was
year.
either at my house or at his place. The thing is, we were.
Oh no.
Well, my family is still
we
in.
could actually, but that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Can I say something?
Sorry.
No, so my family we're planning renovation at the moment of our kitchen, living space. Pretty much half the house is full of boxes and whatnot. And of course, we couldn't keep it at Connor's because he lives in an apartment. So pretty much the only option was Ruben's. So we wrap up the drum kit, and it was absolute pandemonium trying to get the drum kit into Mom's car at Gosnell's because somebody had the fun idea of setting timers every 10 seconds.
Yeah, so basically,
this is so good.
I don't know. I can't really explain. Sometimes I just get in a mood. That's the only way I can assume it.
just
And I just
decide
want
to
to
do
do.
stuff.
I just want to do
quirky
something
like that.
different. A bit unexpected. Variety is the spice of life. Keep everyone on a knife edge. You never let them know what your next move is. And so just throughout the night was progressively setting lots of alarms, just to go off every now and again. And it would just
Progressively,
yeah.
you send them every 10 seconds.
So throughout the night when we're trying to
set an alarm for 12
there's
seconds.
just alarms are constantly going off as we're trying to back the drums up, and I'm at this point I'm laughing. I can't stop laughing. It's just the funniest thing.
I'm just red angry, and Ruben is just there because you wanted 5 minutes on the drum kit at first.
Yeah, I wanted to play it because Luke had just bought new cymbals, and I was like, I'll bring them in.
But the thing is, he
Try it.
he bought
He
the
had
noises
COVID,
ones.
so I was like,
Yeah.
I'll make sure. They
Yeah,
sound
that's
cool.
right.
Yeah,
Because
Luke
Luke couldn't do it
had COVID.
himself.
Yeah, he
That's
couldn't do it
why.
because
He had COVID.
yeah.
And I was also out of the picture. I also had COVID.
Yeah, Joel
And
also had COVID. So these are the two big cars that we kind of have.
Well,
and then Hannah
three.
was also had COVID as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So it was literally all the big cars, all the people who owned big cars, all had COVID and couldn't take the stuff.
Well, the thing is, the only reason why we took my mom's car is because I thought I couldn't fit the whole kit and us three in my car.
Yeah.
Which I found out is not the case.
Yeah.
So sorry, Mom. So after
This
we
is
get
never gonna let you
so-
borrow the car again.
so after we get the kit racked up or packed up, you're playing Genshin in mom's front seat, and I'm in the driver's seat, and then I realized Connor isn't there, and I thought, you know what'd be funny?
Oh, I forgot about
yes!
this too. I forgot about this.
Do you know what'd be funny?
This was an adventure, by the way.
Yeah.
This whole thing was an adventure. I forgot about.
Come on, we met up at
wow.
at Ruben's house to get the kit at 7 o'clock. We got back to his house at midnight. So
This is a whole adventure because
Oh yeah, and we had to we dropped off Connor early because he was falling asleep.
well,
and
he-
stuff. He was-
I was very tired, but we missed the best bit.
okay,
Yeah,
so
sorry.
essentially,
Track back a bit.
Ruben's in the front seat. I'm in the driver's seat, and I think, you know what'd be funny, and this would be good because this might end up on the podcast if we do this. Yeah, so it did.
Just in hindsight, this
cutting
is the
this bit
same
out.
night that I was setting alarms. This is the same time where I was setting
So
loads
I was
of alarms.
upset. I was upset with Connor, and I wanted a bit of payback. So I said, you know what'd be funny? If we wait till Connor gets out of the doors and then sees us taking off towards McDonald's because I want to grab a coffee or something.
Yeah, we're all going to
So-
go get food at McDonald's
So
afterward.
Ruben's just sitting there on, playing Genshin, just like, yeah, whatever, man. And then I take off. He's like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm playing a prank on Connor. And then so we go up the road for about not even a minute, 30 seconds, whatever. And I think, you know what, that's enough. Turn around. We turn around, come back. We sit in the car park for 5 minutes. He's gone.
He's gone.
I've got a great video.
You can't
I
prank a
can
prank
send
star.
you.
That's all I'm saying. You can't
No.
prank a prank star.
But then I realized, okay, we've lost Connor. First
was
thing
like,
that comes to mind,
I was keeping
Nikki's
my
gonna kill
eyes.
me.
Yeah.
Second thing that comes to mind, Sam's gonna kill me. So
I was keeping my eyes on the mirrors and stuff just to make sure he wouldn't
Yeah,
try and
so-
jump scare us or anything.
So I call Connor, and all we hear is just,
Oh yeah!
and then we're like, what is he doing? And then you think, oh, he's running to Macca's. Then I think, oh, he's running to Macca's. Oh, he's running to Macca's.
So we
So I'm
bolted
literally,
out of it.
just by the way, I just want to say it's so hard to try and because they stayed on the phone the entire time as I was running to McDonald's.
We were losing it.
And I'm on the phone and I'm trying. At first, it's like a normal sort of just like a normal breathing, right? But then
It was not.
as I got closer to Macca's and I was still running, it turned into those I guess I was getting tired.
I can assure
So
you, it was
progressively
not
started
like
off-
that. It
No,
was
it's-
so loud.
Yeah, afterwards it got loud, but not initially. Initially, it wasn't very loud.
That's what you.
I tried to hide it at first because it's hard to run and not breathe.
We could hear your footsteps, man.
Oh, I don't know about that. I didn't know about
Okay,
that. But
no. So then, I'm already losing it. We're losing in the front seat because then we go towards Gosnell's Macca's, and then we just see this random madman running.
I'm running down.
on the phone, just running.
I won that. I beat a car. I beat the car to Macca's. So
didn't. No, you
yeah, I
didn't.
did.
We flew past you guys.
No, I was inside the building before you guys were.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
we were gonna
okay.
get
Because we were
drive-through.
sitting in.
No,
No,
you
no,
weren't.
no, no,
You
no.
parked up.
We
I
were just
saw you
sitting in the
park
car
up.
park, but we drove
weren't sitting in
past
the-
you whilst you were running.
Yeah, but I got inside before you guys got in.
fair.
We lost it after we passed them.
I don't know. I feel like getting to the car park made us the winners, but
Nah, you got to. It's inside the building, man. Like
Oh well, it's eye of the beholder.
if you go
I'm not
to
that-
if you go to
I'm
the-
not that
if you
bad a
go
driver.
to if you go to the Empire State Building, right, and
Yeah.
you just stand outside it, right? You don't really say you've been to the. You have to go inside and go up the tower, right, to say that you've been to the Empire State Building.
You should be looking up that's a big building.
know what I
Okay.
mean?
Have you been to the
Home
Great
time.
Pyramids of Egypt? Or the Great Pyramids of
Giza?
Giza?
No, I don't know.
In that case, no one has.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
No,
True.
that's actually a very good point.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't get it.
I'm gonna
Anyways,
go to the Great
so
Pyramids
from
of
this
Giza
point
Going to
now.
the Great Pyramids.
From this
Lockie?
point, believe it or not, this made me extremely tired.
Yeah.
And-
So
You
we're
were
driving
like,
home.
tired.
I was already really tired though. That's kind of. I was in this mood because I was tired initially anyway. But it wasn't
also
like
you
none of this
did
was
have
out of
a beer
spite.
with
It was just I just decided to have some fun. But yeah, boy oh boy, it made me even more
So,
tired.
The whole time we're driving home, I'm looking at him in the because it's a family SUV. It's got like a pop down mirror. I was looking in the mirror and I just see him going just like that in the back seat. And then Ruben it says, "Drop him off at his place first, otherwise there will be problems." So I do that, and then thankfully we pull. I drop him off at his place, and then by then it's like 11:30 at night.
Yeah.
So we drop him off at his place, and then we go back over to Ruben's, and we drag his sister's poor boyfriend out to help us unload.
Oh, you got
Shout out to Andrew. Thank you, Andrew.
Andrew, you're a top bloke. He also
Sorry.
lent us some board games to keep us entertained.
Also,
when we're at
Sasuke is amazing.
recording. Yeah,
Sasuke.
Sasuke's yeah.
Sasuke's amazing.
Yeah.
What breed is Sasuke?
I don't know.
White fluffy dog.
Yeah.
So anyway, that happens. So then the next day, I come back with my car because I realize we're not dragging Connor with us, and we're not taking.
We're
taking all
not
the
dragging
way-
Connor with
Jeez,
us.
that's a bit rough, man.
Sorry. But so I bring my car along, and we just go and get the kit tuned, which was a bit of a thing because we have a whole debate with Luke over the phone because he's in isolation, and this is like what 10 o'clock in the morning. So he wasn't.
next day,
he
yeah.
already wasn't feeling amazing, and we were calling him at 10 in the morning, or 9, or was it 9:30? It was early in the
Sorry,
morning.
Luke.
It was before midday, and we just it went. What was the problem? We didn't want to get it reskinned because we didn't want to pay for it to be reskinned, or we didn't want him to pay.
Oh,
for it to be
we
reskinned.
weren't sure whether or not to reskin it. That was the thing.
Yeah.
Did
so
we get a
just
reskin?
called him and just like,
We
I think
had
there was
to
only
get-
one
we
new skin on it.
We
There
got
was only one of the drums.
We
I
had to
think it was
get
like the
the-
second tom had to get reskinned
Yeah.
because it had like massive dents in it. So
we
it's
couldn't
like,
get it tuned without the
may
skin.
as well
ripping.
just get it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But then we finish all that up, get it all tuned, whatnot, back in my car, and we take it back to his place.
It was actually pretty good. It's
Yeah,
pretty
it was
quick.
easy.
No, we took it to Velocity.
No, we didn't.
We took it back to whose
We took
place?
it back to Ruben's place because this
Ruben's,
was
right.
Saturday. Ruben,
Oh, right.
that's when we
right,
found
yeah.
out he had COVID.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah. Because
You would have found
We
out
would've-
on
yeah, we knew-
Tuesday when I found out.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, we used
I
Best
posted
to
the- I
take the
posted the
drums
meme.
to Velocity.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
We tried to take him to Velocity, but Sam wasn't there.
Oh yeah.
So then
that's
Monday
when we saw Maddie there as well. Yeah.
So
I
Monday
remember now.
rolls around. I realize I can't fit the whole kit because I thought we were also taking your gear as well. So I realized I couldn't fit the whole kit, us and your gear in my car. So and Mom was off doing conferences or business meetings all day. So the only other car was Bess. So I asked Dad very nicely, and he obliged. So I got to take Bess for a run around that day. It was all fun and games, and then pick up the drum kit. So after we got the kit all tuned, we took it back to his place, dropped off. So and then so the next time the kit was involved was on the Monday. So I thought originally the plan was to take his gear and the drum kit all over to Velocity. So that was the Monday before we started on the Tuesday because he was getting out of isolation on the Monday.
Tuesday morning. Tuesday at 8:30 a.m.
That was still I didn't
Right
I
on
thought
time,
we
eh?
got it on Monday. We cut it close.
I'd
man.
just woken up Tuesday. Actually, I can't say that.
So so
Following the
we
law
were
is super
originally
important.
sorry, I'm just going to butt in a little bit. So we were originally supposed to start on Saturday.
Yeah.
We were originally supposed to start on Saturday, but Luke got COVID. Everyone got COVID.
Luke got COVID on Monday.
Luke got COVID on Monday, so we were like, "Oh man, we're gonna have to wait till next Monday now to record." And then Joel got on the day afterward on
Yeah.
Tuesday. So then we're like, "Oh, now it's gonna have to be Tuesday." So, but because of that, it meant that all of this bringing the drums and stuff that we had planned just kind of got really messed up, and we didn't know what was going on. So we just really were ad hoc trying
You
to
had
figure
plenty
it
of
out.
time to mess
And
around with
Anyway,
it.
where were we at? We were at
Just say, and since we were the only ones without jobs that were like on a routinely basis and didn't have school, we were doing all the running around for the drums pretty much because we were the only fluid people. So the Monday rolls around. I kid you not, the Sunday night before, I text him 3 times. Hey, I'm gonna be at your place at 9 or at 10 o'clock because you asked for 9:30 and I said how's 10 work and you said 10, and I said I'm gonna be there so I can pick up the drums. Granted, I was a bit late because I had to screw around with getting Bess sorted out because I didn't realize that we weren't taking your gear as well. Because I thought if we're taking his gear and the drum kit, it all can't fit in my car because my car's not huge.
yeah, sure.
So Dad graciously gives me the keys to the
Best.
greatest vehicle of all time.
Yep.
And drive over to his place I get there about 10:05, 10 or 10:10. And I knock on the door, and he looks like he's just woken up. And he's like,
totally
dude,
true.
give me warning next time. It's like, I'm 10 minutes late. And so he's like, fine. I'll go take a shower. You load up the gear, and I'll come out and help you load up the truck. And so anyway, fast
Wait,
forward.
hold up. There's in dispute here. What happened, Ruben?
I was just like waiting for him, and I was like, "Oh, actually, I need to have a shower real quick."
Yeah, and then when
Oh,
I
so
walked
you were
out-
awake. You just
I was
hadn't
awake,
showered
but
yet
I
and
think
stuff.
I was just playing games.
You were playing Genshin, weren't you?
Yeah, probably.
Oh,
Because I was
you had-
probably,
you
I
had
was like,
such an
hooked at that
addiction.
time.
You
You
had a
were.
Genshin addiction
I
the
think
whole
what happened
recording.
was I was playing games, and I was like, "Oh, I've got no time to shower because he's gonna be here like any second." And then like 10 minutes past, he doesn't rock up, and I'm like, I'm literally about to get in the shower, and then he rocks up, and I was like, "Oh, okay, well, I'm gonna go have a shower."
Yeah, so he's like, oh, don't worry, I'll help you load up the truck the night before. So fast forward 20 minutes, and the truck is fully loaded. It's all packed
Yeah,
up.
honestly, thought I
And-
would have finished
and
showering.
your
by then.
highness,
Sorry
and
about that.
Your almighty highness rolls out of the shower.
All groomed and nicely, like shaven and
There
everything.
ain't such a thing. No, anyway, so we jump in Bess. I'm a bit angry, but you know what? So be it.
Man, I should have just let you take
You
it by
had
yourself.
so many complaints about Bess's interior, man. The whole drive, you're just like, oh, the window crank is too small. Oh, it's too much vinyl. Oh, it's too plasticky. The whole time you were like,
I can't vouch for this, but I don't really care.
I can't vouch for this either. At this point, I'm just
remember the
listening. This
whinging.
is
I
like a
remember the
story I've
whinging.
never experienced.
we rock-
Honestly,
we-
like
we-
50% of this is being made up right now.
It's interesting, like how like secondhand whinging is just as annoying as regular whinging.
wow, thank you. Anyway, so
Lucky. Just talking.
No, it's
so
good.
we rock up at Velocity, and I didn't realize that Sam was out front with Abby, who is is it a Labradoodle? What is she?
Yeah, Labradoodle. I think so.
she a
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah.
She's a chocolate something. So she's just running around. She's
Brown
running
fluffy
around
dog.
all the front, and then all of a sudden she sees us and just makes a beeline for Bess. And the thing about Bess is that she's a jacked up truck, so my field of view cuts off like 2 meters before the car.
Yeah, sure.
So she vanishes, and I freak out. So I just slam on the brakes.
Yeah.
Whole truck lurches forward. No dog was injured, thankfully. Sorry about that, Sam.
Abby
So I don't think Sam even noticed that happened.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, he's going to
So
know now
anyway.
because he's editing this.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to almost accidentally kill your dog. It almost happened. So we unload the truck and we set up the drums. There's a good 20-minute debacle about which way to set up the drums, how to set up the drums, what drum goes where. And this is just, again, this is a whole other thing. And eventually,
funny thing
we
about that?
finished
Look,
it.
I don't know if this is like a general trait for all drummers, but I find drummers are usually very, very patient when it comes to like drum setups because they just make the adjustment. They don't really care. Like if it's not set up right, they'll just be like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. And they just move it, no questions asked. They're not like, why is my thing not set up correctly?
I think
You
it's
know?
just expected that no one can actually set up a drum kit
exactly
for a drummer.
Exactly. So
There is
I
a
just find it funny
unspoken
that
bond.
there's this weird assumption. There was this weird problem that you needed to figure out how you were going to set things up.
I think what was ironic as well is like you were also debating like, oh, does it face like the back of the room or the front of the room? And
Oh,
that,
yeah,
which
there was
angle
that-
it faces.
there was that
And I
little
think
bit
what
as
the
well.
funny thing about that is that
It was
you ended up doing you actually set it up the opposite way to which I was planning on doing it.
Yeah. So I send him a photo and say, here, drum is set up. And then I get a message. You set it up the wrong way.
Yeah, rotated around 180.
After Luke's sitting in ISO, just
I think it was me because I was deciding where it goes in the room.
Let's
to
just like sitting there
get
like,
the room
I'm
sound.
gonna get over
But
this
the thing
COVID
was,
real
after
quick.
that, I saw that message. I just thought, too bad. I'm sorry. We had such a debacle to set that thing up. Wow. Because we swapped. How many times did we swap cymbals? Each cymbal had at least like 3 turns on each separate cymbal. Except for the hi-hats. But anyway,
man.
so as we're going to leave, one final thing, we see Maddie zip past the other way. So I think, you know what? Let's go say hi to Maddie. So like, I crank at Yui, and we run back, and then Maddie looks at Bess and says, "Is that your new car?" And we burst out laughing because it's like, no way am I going to be able to ever afford this thing.
you never know. You never know.
Yeah, well, I mean, honestly,
You can hope.
bless her heart, but no way could I afford that thing, even if I saved all my cash in the moment. Anyway, so we drop off the kit and whatever, go home, and I'm stressing out because, big recording day tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Managed to get to sleep, thankfully.
This is your first time recording as well, right?
Anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
Well, professionally.
Yeah, sure.
I've recorded scratch tracks.
High praise, thinking it was
I did-
recorded professionally.
Well,
It is.
technically it is.
It is.
I
Absolutely.
mean, I've recorded scratch tracks. I've done stuff for general music. Sadly, was never able to get into professional music. Mr.
Yeah,
We're not mentioning that name.
What?
Don't worry.
No, so I'm stressing out the night before. Managed to get some sleep, and then the next morning, I think, you know what? I'm gonna do something nice. I'm gonna get everyone coffee. So I asked,
The premise is like I felt so bad about this. It was worth it, but man, I felt bad about it because Lockie was
This is the
just.
second week. This is the second
this
week.
is the first day. I did it for 2 weeks straight.
Oh well.
Oh no! Wait, no, sorry. No, what I'm talking about is like, we'll get to what I'm talking about later. Go on, keep going, Lockie.
No, okay. So I think, you know what? I'm just gonna get everyone coffee. So I get coffee orders and whatnot. So I ring everyone up as I'm driving, get all the orders and whatnot, and then for whatever reason, someone says, "Oh, I don't drink coffee. I think it's bad for me. Can I get a milkshake?"
I think it's bad for me. I never said
You
that.
said that. You said coffee's bad for me, man. Milkshake, please.
I never said it was bad for me.
Yes,
I
you
just
did.
don't like coffee.
Okay, that's fine.
So
Either way, yeah.
I get all the drinks and whatnot. Sam forgets his keys, so he has to go back to his.
Oh, that's right. Because see, I rocked up. This is where I rock up. This is where I rocked up to.
Yeah.
Because I was going to be a little bit late. I can't remember why exactly, but I said I was going to be a little bit late.
Yeah.
So I rocked up a little bit late, and then I rock up. I'm like, yeah, Sam's still not here. What's going on?
No,
He's like, oh, he forgot his keys. And I was like, oh,
Because
no.
I was the first person there with the coffee somehow. I was surprised, to be honest, because I was worried I was going to be late. And then I just see this gray car pull into the parking lot, and I think, oh, crap. this is probably like his head pastor or something telling me why are you here? And then he rolls on the window and I just see Abby stick her head out and Sam's in there. It's like, oh, okay, give him his coffee, whatnot. I forgot my keys. Like, I'm going to have to run back to my house real quick.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So I can, you know what? Fine. I brought my Switch. I'm just going to chill in the car and wait.
Yeah.
Then these two rock up and Connor's like, oh, you went to Krispy Kreme? Let's go get donuts.
Yeah, that's right. Because he went to Krispy Kreme to get the stuff, and I was like, you know what, we need to start off with some snacks. You know, snacks are, I feel like, is an energy thing that we're going to need to get through this.
Yeah.
And I feel like
tolerate each other for more
the
than
fact that
2 hours at a time.
Yeah, I saw the Krispy Kreme like logo on the cup, and I was like, oh, we should just get some donuts because it's pretty close by. So we went there, got some donuts. And we had a whole adventure or whatever. And then sure enough, Sam rocks up and no one's there now. Because we're all off at Krispy Kreme getting donuts.
Your car was there because we just took.
Oh yeah, true. Our cars were still there. Which car did you got in your
we took
car?
mine,
Right?
'cause I still have the stand on the seat from the coffee.
Yeah, that's right. And we so we then went to Krispy Kreme's, came back, had Krispy Kreme's. We're inside now, finally.
Yep.
And this is the first time I'm sort of seeing the drum setup because I wasn't there for the drum setup.
And you walk in and just say wrong.
Yeah.
Wrong. I know you went through hell because you sent me videos of you setting it up wrong.
Yeah, and then this is where we proceeded to be. We were talking about it. And I was like, right, guys, it's really important that we really get things going. So let's make sure we give Joel a hand. We get everything ready, and we can sort of work together to get it all done really quickly. And then we proceeded to all sit down on the couch while Joel did everything.
Okay, in my defense, whenever I went over to ask him about helping with anything, I don't know where I want things to go yet. Just let me work this out.
Look, to be fair,
this is Joel's fault. But we definitely could have.
But also, he's never complained about us not helping. That's the other thing.
To be fair, anyone that like has a bit of a niche hobby or does like any person that works in sound or AV can relate to this. Is sometimes it's easier just to do it yourself than to teach someone how to do something.
Yeah.
And
like,
I mean, that's probably true in a lot of scenarios. And like, I do appreciate people asking for help. Like, I appreciate the thought there, but sometimes it's like it is genuinely just easier just to put the thing exactly where it needs to go in the first place.
Oh, no, I lie. I did do one thing. The big thick coil with all the microphone inputs. I laid that out. That's the one thing.
Oh yeah,
you did run that.
The snake,
the main multi-core. Yeah,
the multi-core. Sorry,
multi-core snake.
Snake, yeah,
goes by many names.
Yeah. I mean that was really cool. And then we had a really cool like little room off to the side. Yeah. That was pretty good, and it was pretty good that we all could just like go in there, hang out.
It was sick because it had like a TV in it.
Yeah.
So I just brought my Switch and we hooked it up and we played Mario Kart, Tony Hawk,
Smash Bros.
I bought Smash because of recording.
Yeah,
that room turned into a boys' dorm.
Oh no!
So
Reminder
like
that Hannah's not here yet. Hannah unfortunately got COVID on like the Monday or something and basically couldn't make recording till next week now.
The first week.
So,
we only had
Maddie. We had the studio set up at Velocity for 2 weeks over the school holiday period because there was no events going on over the time.
Yeah,
Maddie like would pop in from time to time, but Maddie was like realism. She would come in and be like, "This smells like a boys' dorm." Like it just smelled so bad. But it was just like, what do you expect?
Granted, I'm happy she spent her lunch breaks with us.
Yeah, that's good.
But I think she probably could have spent them somewhere else nicer.
Yeah.
For 2 weeks, she came in every time on her lunch break and like chatted with us and dealt with us.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I kind of want to. I wish I could see what recording was like through her perspective, or at least the big chunk of it, because she was there for like 30 minutes a day and only saw like probably the most chaotic part of it.
And so the first thing we recorded, there was 2 scratch tracks that we hadn't. Was it 2 or just the one?
1 or 2.
1 or 2. Yeah, I think it was 2. There's 2 scratch tracks we hadn't done yet. So I did those 2 scratch tracks, and then after that, the first actual instrument we hadn't recorded was drums. So Luke jumped on the kit, and we were all hands on deck, sort of. Mostly. At first, we were all pretty like paying attention, but as time goes on, like as the hours pass, you sort of get a bit like, I'm just going to sit down and chill. You can't constantly be on all the time. But I mean, unless you're Joel.
Why not?
Unless you're Joel. I mean, that's what I mean. Like we've talked about this before, but Joel has to be on always. Joel doesn't get a break. I mean, we break for lunch.
No
But,
break.
like-
I could take like a quick walk outside, get some fresh air.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
but
right. Yeah,
we
which
can
you
have
need to
a
in that
break when
room.
it's done.
Yeah, and like, and as soon as we finish an instrument, it's not like he gets a break in between instruments because he has to set the next instrument up. Like he has to move the mics around and like change the things, make sure like the what do you call that
The headphones.
the headphones and stuff, and the relay is all set up, and you've prepped everything, and you make sure the levels are appropriate for like things, so that all the stuff gets through clearly and stuff, and there's nothing like humming and buzzing through the thing. There's so much to do in between instruments, let alone while we're actually recording the instrument, and yeah, just yeah, we did all the drums at once because we wanted to, because the drums is the most complicated one, right?
We did all the drums in the first week.
Yeah.
Except for one beat.
I forgot.
I wonder why Sam wanted to back down as bassist. Honestly,
At one point,
This is like, yeah,
so Lockie, just for context, Lockie has been bringing us coffee all week. He'd been like really splashing out. You brought some snacks sometimes.
I baked cookies for you guys.
He baked cookies. Oh yeah, that's right. He baked cookies, and they look like a tom drum. So we put it on the drum kit. I'm not sure if that's what
yeah.
Mom doesn't know how those marks got there.
Well, she'll know now.
She doesn't watch these. I think I'll find out in a few weeks.
Yeah.
I'll send a link to it.
Yeah. So with a
Lockie,
timestamp.
Lockie all week had been the kind of person that would like kind of run out and do errands for us.
Oh,
like
yeah,
he'd
that was
pick
your-
up
I was the water
snacks.
boy.
He
He
was
was like-
picking up lunch. He was doing all this stuff
doing
for us.
all
He
this
was being
stuff.
so nice to us.
Anyway,
So Saturday we had to pack down the entire thing for the church service at Velocity on Sunday.
Yeah.
So we packed the drums up. Luke takes them back to Gosnells because
What else is
we
crucial?
were done.
You took
And-
like samples of each single thing.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
if
yeah.
you- If you needed to, you could make a beat.
Yeah,
I could.
This
you
makes
needed
this
to,
makes this funnier
you could
though.
take a beat.
You're right. This makes this funnier though.
But and like we did all that stuff, and so the drums are back in Gosnells, and we rock back up in on Monday to settle up again. And Lockie just says to me like, "Oh, I'm so glad we don't have to set the drum kit up." I'm like, "Yeah,
I
you're
was
right."
hoping you move
But
around
then
things.
also, in my brain starts singing. It's like. Yeah, about that. There's one beat that's messed up and I cannot edit it at all. I actually need you to we need to actually go get the drum kit
Next
and
time-
like
So because of this,
so
we
well
all fabricated a story. We all fabricated a story that we had to go get the drum kit from.
And because my car is the only car big enough to fit the drum,
That Lockie has to
has
be
to
the
be
one
me.
to go get it. Now Ruben came in a little later, like halfway through this, and then we had to
as
sort of
people
like
were arriving, I was just like, hey, just so you know, this is going on.
yeah, we had to like explain it to people
No,
because
I
Joel
saw
told me.
you gave me a look, and I was like, oh.
So that's right, because you were looking, it was like, can't you just edit it? And I was just like,
Yeah, and I was like,
Yeah. No, we can't.
Yeah, I knew. I was like,
We
okay.
can't.
I know
And
what you're
then
saying.
eventually
cared
Ruben
about this
clicked on,
project, and I
and then
wanted
we.
it to be the best it could be. It needs to be authentic.
And like Lockie had already bought us coffees that morning and stuff. That's when I was having guilt trips about it before I even had the prank.
You're forgetting something else. Mom was bringing dinner that
Oh
night.
yeah, that's right.
yeah.
Sorry. Lockie's parents were like gonna bring us. What are they? It was like a coleslaw and like a pulled pork, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
homemade
That
barbecue
was
sauce.
so
Barbecue.
good.
It was really nice.
It was so good, and like Lockie's parents are like amazing. So thank you so much. You're both absolutely amazing. You're
I'm
wonderful.
starting to
You fed
realize-
us. You kept us alive for several days.
Well, I was gonna say how crucial my
We'll be
parents were
recording
to
again in
this
Yeah, absolutely.
January.
Literally, the drum kit wouldn't have got there without them.
transport.
Yeah, like food, like just Lockie's parents bless us so much. They're such wonderful people. And we do love your son. We just like to prank him too. And we
really
told him
easy.
that we told Lockie that he had to go to Gosnells, pick up the drum kit, and then drive all the way back because we needed to do one beat. And
like,
Lockie
one
was like,
beat is
"Oh my
like-
gosh, really?" Like,
one beat is just like, one hit of a drum sort of thing.
and so we,
Also, I'd been running around a lot that week, so my gas tank was pretty low.
Yeah.
And my money, because I was buying coffee, was also pretty low.
I
So
was
like,
gonna because we sent Ruben with you because I was like, well, what I'll do is I'll be like, I'll get Ruben to tell Lockie when it's time to turn around, basically, that it's just all a prank. Because initially,
I will send the camera to vlog it as well.
yeah, we gave him a camera. We were going to give him a camera to vlog it, and I wanted to like take him down, but then Sam was like, "Oh, it's pretty mean to get him to actually drive off." Joel wanted to send him to flipping Gosnells.
I would have sent it.
I was trying to wiggle out of it too. I was like,
we compromise. Yeah. Ruben
I
tried to
was
wiggle out of it.
trying to wiggle out of it. I was like,
at first, because he didn't
can he
realize it
just
was a
go
prank.
on his own?
Because Ruben didn't realize it was a prank yet by that
No,
stage.
no, that was when I did realize it was
Oh,
a prank.
right,
I was
okay.
trying to wiggle out of it. I was like, can he just go on his own?
Yeah.
I should have just locked the doors and driven to Gosnells.
But instead
We would've just
we
let
decided
you
to
go
crack
on
the
the-
news at the
As he was driving
at
out.
the
as he was driving
At
on. I think
the
that was
park.
better.
No,
it would have
I-
been pretty
the
brutal
parking
to
lot.
make you drive to Gosnells. I would have never done
I was
that.
still in the parking space when you guys ran over.
Yeah. But I just needed to have you like turn the car on. You know what I mean? Like I remember at one point you were like, "Oh, it's good. I haven't put my seats back up, so that's at least a good thing."
Yeah.
No, it's not a good thing, Lockie. It's just a prank. But yeah, but thanks for the coffees and stuff. That was really great of you. Actually, genuinely was really nice.
Probably wasn't really good for me, all those milkshakes, but it was great.
No, I got you chai lattes.
Oh yeah, you did too.
I
I don't think those are good for you
I got
either.
Ruben 2 liters of chocolate milk, and you
Oh
drank
yeah,
it all.
drink it all. I mean, obviously, I
I
probably
had
drank it
one-
all over like a few
Dude,
days.
Yeah, you
I
drank
had
all
one-
of
Was I
it.
the
I
only
had
one
one
that
cup.
drank
I
it?
think I had 1 cup too. So there's a little
I'm
bit
pretty
out of
sure
it.
Joel had some as well.
I might have some.
Yeah, you had some.
But you at least had 1.5 liters of chocolate milk.
Most likely, yeah.
So much chocolate
That's pretty
milk.
easy.
Oh man. Oh man.
Anyway, so day one of recording.
Day one.
day one.
Yeah, day one of recording. We did.
Shivers.
Yeah, so it was all of Luke's stuff.
What time do we rock out of there? Like 11?
No, probably.
Wait, hang on. Did we go to Pot Black on day
We
one?
did. to
I
celebrate
don't
the
remember.
start. I thought we did.
I don't think.
Second day, I
Second
think.
day.
Is the second day? Okay.
Second day.
Which
and
day
then
did we? Because the thing is, if you don't
can
know,
check the I
if
can
you don't
check
know
the
what Pot Black is, if you're not a Perth local, it's it's like a chain of pool halls we have around here. So it's a giant space where you go dinner. And
They
then
got like
play
bar
pool.
and they got food there and stuff.
Yeah.
But you basically people go there to play pool, snooker. There's sometimes there's arcade
and
stuff
we'll
there
get
as well.
to that later.
Yeah,
because
we
that's
get to that
another-
later, yeah.
that's believe it or not, that's another crucial part of recording.
But yeah,
it
so
start there? I
we
thought it
decided
started
we decided
before.
on the second night. So for day one, just to recap to day one. Day one we did like mainly just focus on drums. So we did one drum track. We tried to do a second one, but we didn't.
We did
Bring it around,
lead, we did lead guitar and we did bass for In the Presence of the King.
we didn't do any of the other instruments on the first day because we didn't have any drums.
No, I swore we did mine.
No.
No, we just
Because
did,
we were putting everything to drums, so we tried to
yeah.
do drums at night, and
Yeah.
we didn't have any drums
Oh,
before
yeah,
night.
you're right.
yeah,
What did
and
we
then
do?
but then we did all the setup during the day. So
we did
day
setup
two,
and a few scratch tracks
What did
before
I
the
do all
drums.
day?
You played Switch.
Actually, you're probably right.
yeah. So then the second, so day two came round. So the whole plan was that we're going to do instruments during the day because Luke had a job, and then Luke was going to come in the afternoon, and
Luke is a responsible adult who makes money.
and Luke was going to do drums in the evening when he finished after he finished work. He'd come afterward and lay some tracks down. But during the day between Ruben, Lockie, and I don't know if I did much, but
I think you did.
yeah.
You
Either way,
did a few.
I did like a few things here and there, but we mainly focused on getting bass and electric done first. So that was like the whole thing was we do that during the day, and then we do drums in the evening when Luke was available.
Yeah.
But day two, at the end of the day two, for whatever reason, I don't know who suggested it, but someone was like, "Oh, how about we go to Pot Black?"
I think I suggested it.
Did you suggest it?
Because the thing is, we went, so
The first one we went to.
the first time
Cannington.
I'd ever been to Pot Black, you guys took me because it was my 18th, and we were in the middle of
Oh,
North.
we didn't go to Pot Black,
And then-
did we? Though, did we?
Yeah, we
No,
did.
we did, because we went to
Did we just go
After
to?
Maniacs.
No, after the
No,
after
no,
the
we went to
brass.
Oh, yeah.
Brass and we played pool at the Brass. Oh yeah, no, we did. Yeah, right. Yeah, we did.
Because I'd always because I used to go to school in the city. So whenever we'd walk around Northbridge, we used to go to the museums a bit.
Mm-hmm.
We'd always walk past there, and I thought, oh, pool hall. I wonder what that's like.
Yeah.
And I'd never bothered to go in.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, so like for those that don't know me, this is going to ruin my hustle, but I love
He's horrible at pool.
I genuinely love playing pool. Pool's really fun. And
He's got me addicted.
I play a fair bit, but like so I was like, oh well, hey, like, if you want to go
day
play
one,
Pot
it's
Black,
like
let's go to
I
Pot Black.
don't really
So-
play any of it at all.
So we decide to. So for a while, I
No
actually have a
idea what
ritual with my friend Kelvin. We
Our
all
old
know
sound
Kelvin.
guy.
We all know Kelvin.
He dogged the boys.
dogged the boys.
And
The boys. I didn't even know.
Kelvin was the old sound guy. and we had this ritual where on Friday nights we used to go and play pool together. We meet up with a friend who worked nearby, and then we go play pool afterward. And so oh no, that was on the Friday.
So the first time we went to Pot Black, we went to Cannington.
I went to.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And then because I
That's
then
right,
still
sorry.
went home and I got home at like 1 a.m. and still edited drum tracks.
Yeah.
Because
So
you went
and
home
then-
like an hour before we.
so
did
after
as well.
either way after
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
after we finished our album recording.
I think
that-
Wednesday night we went to the city.
Yeah, Wednesday. Was it Wednesday night?
I think it was Wednesday night. It was one of the nights we went to the city and we were there till late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that I met up with because Kelvin would have been the Friday night.
Yeah. So the ritual was that.
So we're just trying to figure out
Yeah.
where the heck timeline fits.
one of the nights.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of the nights.
It was the second week. Because
was
what
somewhere
happened
there.
was I drove my car home, and Mom thankfully drove me back. So what happened was Luke gave me a lift in his well, it's a truck. Let's be honest. Into the city.
If you're
And-
Australian, then we're all going to disagree.
well, it's
In Luke's
off-road.
car.
It's a
In
Ford.
Luke's
Luke's
car.
car,
In
Luke's
Luke's
car.
car.
In Luke's car. Because we took it into the city. And the thing is, it's jacked, again, like Bess, it's jacked up. So the only parking we could find in Northbridge at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night on a Friday was in parking structures.
Yeah.
So what happened was
yeah.
we had
Oh, that's
Ruben-
right. You guys got lost.
No, we just
we
couldn't
didn't
find.
lost. There was just no
I was trying
parking.
to
right.
avoid structure parking because I know how much of a nightmare it is with a lifted car.
Oh yeah.
So eventually Luke
Here's
says,
me and my Astra like
Luke,
life's
No
perfect.
problems, yeah.
Luke says, "Oh, if only there was a parking structure nearby." And I think, there is, but are you sure you want to do it? Yeah, let's do it. It'll be fine. So he's tailing us, and we go in the parking structure. Immediately, we clip the sign.
Yeah.
We clip the sign, and then I see Luke or I see Ruben behind us, and he goes, "Anyway, it's fine." So we
And he
we-
like called me and everything, and I was like,
'cause
okay.
After we went around the first thing, I see like a pipe like that close to the roof rack because I had my head out and I'm looking up, and I realized we need a spotter. So I call Ruben and was like, "How close are we?" And he says, "Close, like really close."
Yeah. Yeah,
So
yeah.
it took us what?
That's
10
right.
minutes to get up to the third floor of the parking structure.
Meanwhile, Joel and I, who'd driven together, we were at Pot Black wondering where are they?
Well, no, because we went to visit your friend first.
Oh, that's right. We went to. So that must have been that would okay. Yeah.
So
sure.
this
So
was in the first week.
So this is the end of the
we had
first week.
drums the next day.
This is the end of the first week. So Kelvin and I we had a Friday night ritual, which is the same night that we went to Pot Black, and we were like, oh, we're gonna go to because it's our ritual. I know Kelvin's not with us, but let's go visit visit our friend Liv, who works there. And
Your friend, I hadn't met her.
yeah. It was my friend. Joel hadn't met her yet, but we're walking along, and sure enough, who's there but Kelvin also doing the exact same thing without me. And we just had this big moment where we're like,
Well, I think the craziest coincidence about this is that I'm pretty sure Kelvin was there toiling with a friend of his,
Yeah.
telling his friend about how he always goes visit Liv with
On a
Connor.
Friday.
And
And
Connor
I-
was telling me about he always goes visits his friend Liv with Kelvin.
And sure enough, we're both there. We both end up meeting up. We're like, what a moment. It was so good. So then we ended up all going to Pot Black together. So he's-
Kelvin and I.
Yeah,
Kelvin, you and I.
Kelvin, Joel and I.
I still haven't met Liv though. She didn't go, did she?
No, she didn't
No.
go. She had to work, so she wouldn't finish till like really late. And
Wouldn't have mattered.
and then we had an awesome night. We stayed up pretty late.
So we were at the pool hall till about 1 a.m. and you'd think, smart, responsible people would go home knowing that they're
Well, I was-
recording the next day. But then Kelvin
Yeah,
goes,
yeah.
"Oh, I'm kind of hungry." I'm like, "I'm also kind of hungry. We should get food."
And I wasn't that hungry, but
You're skipping a crucial part of the story.
am I?
Yes. So for those who aren't viced in the world of anime video games,
Oh, Midnight Pulse.
there's a arcade game you can get on a few time zones across WA called it's called Wangan Midnight Maximum 2.
Pulse.
He calls it Midnight Pulse just to make us angry. Because
They try so hard to not let it get to them, but I can feel it. I can feel it every
I'm just
time I
starting to
say
think
it.
it's like a tick at this moment.
so you got me addicted on my birthday because I got a card at this place, whatever. So you can like track your progress and anything. So we were playing this at Pot Black because the Pot Black in Northbridge has a few of the machines, and we were playing it. And then I checked the time and it was like, oh crap, it's 1 o'clock. We should probably think about get going. And then these guys like, oh, we're gonna head off. You guys stick for however long you want.
Yeah,
We're getting food.
because we're gonna get
No.
food.
You guys just said you're going home.
Well, no.
well,
Well, we
No, they didn't say that. They just said they were leaving.
So what basically our conversation was we were going to be like, okay, let's go get some food and just head home. Like, let's go get a kebab from somewhere or one of the restaurants there. And then head home because like I wasn't that hungry, but Joel and Kelvin were pretty hungry. Yeah. But then Kelvin convinces us to go to this Uncle Benny's. I'd never been there before.
And it's a sit-down Chinese
It's a
restaurant.
sit-down Chinese restaurant, and we end up being there for ages. And
Like till 2 a.m. or something. We end up being there for about an hour.
Because we left like half an hour after you guys did because I ran out of money and also we had recording the next day. And so we're going up to the parking structure and they parked like down the way from us. And I think, is that Joel's car? And you say, no, don't be stupid. We went home.
We left them there like, I don't know how long. It was
I
like an
agree
hour.
with you. I was like, no,
Half an
that
hour
actually
before.
might be. Yeah.
And then, and the best thing is he gives me a lift home, which is, I'm still thankful you did it. But so he pulls into my street and he turns off the headlights. I'm like, why are you turning off your headlights?
Oh, because I didn't want to wake up your parents.
You're like, why are you turning? I was like, why is he turning off his headlights? That's odd. And then he like puts it into neutral and coasts up my drive and then shuts off.
What respect?
And then I'm like, dude, my parents are heavy sleepers. It's fine. And he's like, I don't want to wake up your parents. Shut up. And then I just get out and slam the door and walk off. And it's like, see, no lights. They're not awake.
Yeah, that's it's still respectful, like trying his very best to be quiet as possible.
The second after I do that, starts the engine, lights on, radio blaring. Just gone.
I didn't have my lights on until I was facing away from the house.
You still flicked them on the second you could.
Yeah.
I mean, you should. It's nighttime.
Yeah. It's following the law, dude.
So this takes us to Saturday, and we get there.
Because I mean, we end up being at the restaurant till like 2 a.m. or something, and then I'm also doing
I just wanted to go
runarounds,
home, man.
dropping everyone home. Because drop Kelvin home, drop Connor home. I get home at like 3 a.m.
And then Joel's
and
like,
Now the
go
smart
with you guys.
person would
That's
go,
right, that's
hang
right,
on,
yeah.
I'm doing recording again tomorrow. I've got to, I
to
should
bed.
get some
I'm
sleep, so I'm ready to go.
Recording again today.
Well, yeah, doing recording again today. But I'm like, no, I've got a drum track I need to edit so we can record with it.
Yeah.
So I end up staying up till 5 a.m. to do that.
edit a drum
and I
track
get
so we
in.
can record
I
it
end up
tomorrow.
sleeping in a little bit accidentally, and I get in and
I
Accidentally.
got a text message from you. Because at this point, I've been buying coffees every day, so it was kind of a given I was doing it. I wake up and I get a text message from Joel. Can you add an extra shot to my coffee this morning? and I was like, okay, odd. And then I walk in with the coffees and I see you and I was like, oh.
Joel, it's so
makes
funny that
sense.
you stayed up for an extra like hour or two.
didn't
Like,
need
2 hours. I got to bed at
hours.
5 a.m. and I came in and I tell Sam about our night out, and he's like, "Oh, so you would have gone to bed about 3 a.m. So I'm guessing you didn't get any of the drum tracks." I was like, "No, that's the problem. I did."
Because Sam never came to any of the Pop Black nights.
No, he
didn't.
No,
he
he had
wasn't
other
able
stuff
to.
going on. He had other stuff going on at the time, so he had to
It's
go
the
home.
right choice.
It's a smart choice, yeah.
The responsible choice that a responsible adult would make.
No, it was absolute blast.
We had a lot of fun.
We had heaps of fun. And we had adventures. It was so much fun. I mean, and we went a few times after that in the next week as well.
The other thing was nights that you guys didn't feel like going to Pop Black. Me, Ruben, and Luke, we just sped off to Carousel to try and play more Midnight.
Yeah, Midnight Pulse. Yeah,
That pulse, yeah.
And even one time we ended up at Pop Black anyway because they were closed or we got kicked out.
Oh, yeah, we got kicked out because it was like hitting their closing time.
The people started to get to know us. In fact, we recently made friends with a guy who was there every night.
yeah.
Can we say his name?
Yeah, well, we don't know his full name. It's just Corey.
Yeah.
Corey.
Either way.
If Corey ever finds
Shout
out
out.
who we
Yeah,
are,
shout out.
that
Corey.
guy
Honestly, man, you chill.
drives this awesome BMW Z3.
And
That
it's-
thing is fast. I gotta learn how to drive like that guy. He's so fast.
And
No,
yeah,
you've already been in one
G,
accident.
Yeah, it's G times though. Like we had heaps of fun times. Like especially, I mean, snacks was good. I felt like the level of snacks was good. There was always some sort of food lying around.
snacks.
Sorry.
My parents also bought you guys snacks.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, like Lockie's parents brought us snacks as well as
Lockie and
actually
Lockie's
dinner.
parents are just so nice.
You literally like Lockie's parents fed us for at least a week.
Yeah.
In snacks and in actual meals. I mean, there was a lot of takeout as well, which probably wasn't real good, but
Oh,
it certainly didn't help with the smell of the room.
next to like a club.
made like a massive
I remember-
spaghetti.
Although when it comes to lunch, we did get one time we got Japanese. We got Japanese and
Luke brought us some
and-
Japanese as well.
yeah, that's I think it's the same time.
Yeah.
So Luke went out and got it himself because he was like on the way to coming to do recording. He got some Japanese but someone sort of left their left their lunch out, and we didn't really know what was going on with it. So, and we figured out whose it was, and it happened to be Joel's lunch. And so someone went up to Joel and said, "Oh, hey Joel, can we throw your lunch out?" and then someone else who wasn't related to that question went up to Joel and said, "Hey Joel, can we throw out your lunch?" And then I think I went up to Joel and was like, "Hey Joel, can we throw out your lunch?" And then by that time, it was just a joke.
It's just,
and it's still a thing is that we're asking if it's okay if we throw out Joel's lunch.
It gets even better because the week after recording, we were playing down at Austin Cove, and we're at the pub afterwards, and I'm eating lunch, and I'm thinking, do I dare?
So I got a random call from you on a Sunday.
So I was like, "Hey Connor, should I call Joel?" And he was like, "Yes, do it."
Yeah,
so
do it. It'll be funny. Yeah, it'll be
funny.
funny.
And all he says, "Hey, can we throw out your lunch?" And I hang up.
just to make sure Joel. I think from memory, I was like, "You should do it. It will make him feel included." Because we'd gone to Austin Cove that day. We'd gone to Austin Cove to play the service there. But and Ruben's mum actually came with us. It was really good. It was really good that Ruben's mum could come out, and because she's actually from Melbourne.
Sydney.
Ugh, close. Not really.
It's all over East.
It's all over
I
East.
should have just said that anyway. And it was really good to have her there. So she was, she came to Perth to visit, and she came down and came to see us play at Austin Cove, which was really awesome.
It was.
And we went to go get lunch afterwards, but Joel couldn't come with us because he had to be at Rivo.
Yeah.
So Joel was serving at Rivo, and so he couldn't. There's a conflict of things there, and because of that, we were also eating lunch without him. So I was like, it'll make him feel included. There was a part of me that was like genuine, but also you're like, if anything, it's just making it obvious that he isn't. He's just not here. Joel, you're not here, but can we throw out your lunch? And what was the other one? The other one was over the whole period of
the drums.
We'd always ask Lockie, "Hey Lockie, by the way, we need to get the drum kit." That was like
we're still telling him to get the drum kit. We're still waiting for them.
There was other ones, but I can't remember what they were.
I know. And it's in the vlog that I had like a good minute and a half ramble about you and soggy popcorn.
Oh man,
I was just
old. It's
I
not
was
soggy.
So
it's
stressed
old.
out.
Yeah,
It's
so
old.
Lockie always calls it soggy popcorn, but it's old popcorn.
2 week old
popcorn, no.
popcorn.
Yeah, but the thing is, I was
Aged popcorn.
I was so stressed out. I don't know what I was thinking because that was like the second take, I think. And I already had a lot of crap going on because I was actually hunting for a new job while also balancing the job I already had.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, I was trying to get into TAFE.
Yeah. But it all worked out. You found a new job.
I've got a good job, and I'm in TAFE now. I've been killed twice.
So, yeah.
We don't talk about that, but okay.
Yeah. I mean, TAFE is TAFE.
Yep.
But no, it's really good. There's a lot of resolution there, a lot of revelation, which is awesome. It's good to have. Good to hear that story unravel. Like ultimately, Lockie was working in a place that probably wasn't the best for him, and now he's got a new job, and everything's a bit better. Let's not go into that too much, but
No,
I don't want to get into trouble.
The other thing I remember during the first week of recording was that I had to leave for this job at 5 o'clock.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So I'd get there. I'd get back, or I'd leave recording at 5. Get to my house by 5:25, and I'd just be there at 6:45. So I'd get home, quickly change my clothes, and then head off to work.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's really brutal. Same with Luke. Luke, as soon as he finished work, he was coming straight to recording. He wasn't going home, eating some food, having a shower. He would literally go. He would grab food for us, and then we'd
We'll let him get some.
Yeah.
We tossed him the scraps. No.
Yeah.
The other thing I remember though is that every night I realized I get out of work within just because the average time we left was about 11 o'clock midnight. I get out of work at 10, quarter past 10. I realized if I rocket home and I quickly shower and get changed, I can be back before they finish.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
So I kid you not, there was the first time I did it, I was in my house, changed, showered, and out within 10 minutes.
Yeah.
My parents didn't realize I came home until I said goodbye to leave.
Yeah.
Because they're like, "Wait, you're here?" And I was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I want to go hang out with them."
Yeah. And I think I remember you came back, and I was like, oh, I didn't even know you were coming back, but you did.
My hair was drenched.
Yeah. But it was good though. It was good. I think that was probably one of the nights where we went to Pop Black.
First time we went to Pop
Yeah, we went to Pop Black and just hanged out. It was good. I like Pop Black. It's fun. And it's also added benefit is because I win every single time almost.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. I've been beaten a few times. No, these guys are really good.
Twice by me.
Connor accidentally sung the black ball a few times. No.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's but I don't know. I think it's really fun. I mean, I think Ruben is a little over it.
I was like over at day one.
You were over it on my 18th.
I was just not.
Ruben's the only one that actually has a pool table at his house, which is ironic.
That's why I was just. Cause I've been playing it since I was like a kid. I'm just not.
I think we need to start calling his house Pot White. Reverse to Pot Black.
Because it's a terrible pool table.
Yeah.
Literally, it's like putting on a very difficult putting course. With Ruben's pool table, you like hit it and it goes.
It's like,
I don't mean it's just like a
putting
hilly
up a
putty
hill.
course.
Think of it
It's
as
like
like-
got one of those ones with the loop de loop in it.
Oh, man. We actually, I can't remember the story, but I'm pretty sure we got that pool table for $2.
Oh wow!
We got it for $2.
Can you get a
Pretty
refund?
Sure.
$2 too much.
No, we got the pool table, the whole set, and the
50 cents at
cues,
least, mate.
all for like $2 because the guy who wanted it just wanted to get rid of it, and so Dad was like, "Look, at least let me give you something." And then and the guy was like, "Okay, what do you have on you?" And Dad was like, "In cash, I've only got these $2." He's like, "Deal."
Nice. Cool.
I feel like we're getting distracted.
Yeah. So
We've only gone over 2 days of recording now.
Yeah. No, we're on week 2. We're on week 2 now. So week 2.
We're talking about the highlights, really.
Week 2, we finally packed up the drums. Did Luke take the drums back?
Luke took the drums back on Saturday because we need to bring them back Monday.
What happened was we had like a cavalcade going because I remember because it was so funny because it was me, Ruben, and Luke. So the thing about our car sizes is that at the time Ruben had the smallest car and he was up front. Then of course mine is like in between the two. So when we got there, Luke was like, "Oh, it's fine. Like Mama Bear, Baby Bear, and Papa Bear." I thought that and I was like, "Hey, you're not far off." It was almost like when you see the president being escorted around. Like
Yeah.
you know how there's like a cavalcade, with,
Yeah,
like
sure.
there's a smaller patrol vehicle in front and like a heavy arms one in the back.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
kind of like that, but for Luke's drum kit.
Yeah.
I remember this.
And
This is a long time ago. I
Because
can't
you
just remember
showed me
this.
the way, dude. Because I didn't know where I was going.
Oh yeah,
And then you tried to lose me twice.
but yeah. So
Because I noticed you telling me. And I
this
was
was
like,
this was
I'm just
Saturday,
gonna mess
right?
with this kid.
This is actually Saturday. So this is actually on Saturday. And then
Well, yeah, because we wanted to go see Top Gun.
This was a different day. I'm
No,
pretty
this
sure.
was during
It's
recording.
confusing what the days are because it all kind of has turned into a
when
bit
did
of
we
a
go?
blur.
When did we nearly go to do that? But instead we just grabbed
Sunday.
lunch.
Oh no, we grabbed dinner.
Oh yeah,
that was the same night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, I remember
Was
this
it?
now.
I was
yeah.
like, oh, we can
Oh,
go back to
yes,
my
it
place. I can drop
was.
off my car.
That's
and we can-
right.
and we
Yeah,
were
no, 'cause
like-
Connor and I came
and
back
we were
to
like
Rivo to set up
carousel
for
and
Sunday.
stuff.
That's right. Yeah. We set up for Sunday,
Oh,
and then we were
man.
going to meet you guys
Oh,
out
no!
somewhere.
And you guys, you guys rocked up to my house when I was there.
Well, we said okay. So just for everyone, okay,
remember this.
we all had a conversation, and we said we're going to meet at Lockie's house. Okay, we
and then
had
you
this
guys
conversation.
called us.
Hold on. Then, right?
Wait your turn.
Joel and I were like, Joel and I had to go set up for Sunday because unfortunately what was the issue?
I think just all the other sound techs
Oh,
at
that's
Rivo were. So there's 2 other sound techs at Rivo,
And they were both
And,
unavailable.
one was they were both on leave for
Yeah.
various reasons, and so I had to be on sound for that,
For that week.
which I'm fine with. I
I-
enjoy doing it.
yeah.
It's almost like you're paid
not-
to do it.
Not here.
Well, yeah, but in general.
At
literally
work, yeah.
Yeah, at work you get,
I enjoy. I don't get paid to do sound on a Sunday, and I don't get
yeah, but
I didn't
but
mean that, but you did.
but
You know what I
so Joel and I had to go set up for our Sunday service here at Rivo because it hadn't been set up yet because we'd been at Joel had been at recording. So I came and I helped Joel set up everything so we could try and do it quickly so we could meet up with these guys at Lockie's house. So Joel and I get in the car and
you guys
did we get a lift with someone? We got a lift with Ruben. So Ruben
pulls up.
Ruben pulls up, and then we go, right, where are we going to go? I was like, okay, we're going to go to Lockie's house.
No, Ruben pulled up at my place because I then drove us 2 back to my place.
That's right. True.
But small potato.
Yeah.
That's right, yeah. But then we all agreed from that point, once we were all in the same car, that we'd go to Lockie's house. So we all drive to Lockie's house. And we get to Lockie's house, which was a location that we decided that we would meet up, which was Lockie's
my
house.
side of the story?
And then we get there, Lockie's not there. and his parents like, what are you doing here? And I was like, oh, well, we all agreed to meet at Lockie's house. Oh, brother. But Lockie Where did you even go? Where did you go?
So here's what happened, right? So we
According to Lockie.
originally we were all at Carousel.
According to Lucky.
we were all at Carousel originally, and then we were like, okay, you two can go.
Disclaimer.
set up
No.
stuff.
Yeah, so these guys went to Carousel. Joel and I didn't. We were setting up while these guys went to
Yeah, 'cause
Carousel.
We were gonna go see Top Gun because you wanted to go see Top Gun, and me and Luke were like, yeah, let's go see it. So we went to Carousel. The last showing they had was like 11 o'clock or something like that. We thought that's way too late.
Yeah.
So we were like, oh, why don't we just go see it in Fremantle? Because
They had one at like 9.
and I
or something.
prefer this. And to be honest, I prefer the Millennium in Fremantle. It's so much better. But I was like, oh, and then like I can drop my car from my place. We can all go to a pub or something and get like because Luke has been wanting to go to the secret bar in Fremantle in the old synagogue so badly. And I feel bad every time we don't go. But
We'll go eventually.
we will go eventually. But so I was like, yeah, that sounds
So also,
good.
you just said it on a podcast, so it's not secret anymore.
Yeah. Well,
Wait, what bar?
What bar?
oh, good grief. Everyone in Fremantle knows about him, man.
What bar?
I hate you.
I've forgotten.
All right.
Sorry, I'm obliged by contract to not say those lines.
That's right. That's
I
right.
didn't get that contract.
You're a founding member. No,
Oh yeah, I wrote the contract.
so and then originally there was a bit of a cross wire because you called me to get the address of my house. You didn't know where I lived, and then you were like, "Oh, let's just meet you at the cinema."
No.
Yes, you were.
No.
Yes, you were.
No,
Anyway,
no,
so
no,
that's what
no.
I think is the plan.
No.
So
No.
that's what I think.
No.
That's what I think the plan is. Because also, I needed Luke to get my.
I don't know
car.
where the cinema is. Why would I ask you for your address and then meet at the cinemas?
Because I don't know, man. Anyway.
Because also Connor and I were both trying to convince them that we
So-
shouldn't go see the
think
movie
we've got that
because we
on
don't. We
camera.
didn't really want to.
So Joel and I. So when initially when you guys were like, oh yeah, we're gonna. Hey guys, by the way, because you guys called me after you'd already left Carousel.
Yeah.
And then you'd called up, and
Well,
then I was like on the phone. I was like, "Are you serious? I just got here."
Oh, this was on the phone to me.
I was on the phone to you.
yeah.
No, but I called Lockie as well. I called both of you.
But I could hear
But
like the
Lockie believed
echo.
it. You knew. You
I could
sussed
hear
it
like
out.
the echo in your room. I was like, you guys are at the
But
church.
either way, we decided we'd meet at Lockie's house.
So so what happened was when we got to my place, Luke tailed me to my place because the plan was to park his car there. So I wanted to take my car into Fremantle because I needed Luke to give it a test drive because I was having a miss.
I don't know anything about no
It's,
test drive. I didn't
it's,
receive any of
cheap.
this information.
Well, no. So essentially, I was going to drive my car in, and he was going to drive it back, so I could still have a drink, and my car could also get a test drive. So anyway, so we're driving into Fremantle, and we're driving around Fremantle looking for a parking space. Because a big reason why we took my car as well is because I got free parking because I'm a resident.
Yep.
So I was driving my car around, and I'm thinking we should probably call them to see where they are. So we called them, and then I hear barking, and I think I know that dog.
Well,
And I was like,
believe
"Are
it or
you
not-
guys in my house?" And you're like, "Yeah."
Of course
Where are
we're
you?
at. This is where we agreed to meet.
So then I think
We're all like, this room is so messy, Lucky.
We're all pretending like we're just
Dude,
like,
you
We're
need to
talking
clean
about
this
the
up.
trash dump we call yours.
No, we're at your house.
Yeah.
let's not get into a competition
Anyway.
about messy rooms.
No, so I
believe
hear that.
It's dangerous.
I hear that.
This is a
I
dangerous
panic,
conversation.
and I just gun
Connor's
it
already
home.
won anyway, so no.
So I get home, and then I come in, and I see, first of all, I see you strolling around my living room on the phone to Nikki.
Yeah, I was calling
Which is
Nikki, I
like-
think.
which is
'cause
like- it was fine.
It must have been, yeah.
It was just like, it was strange to pull up to my house and then just see a shadowy figure just circling.
I was
and
just,
then-
it's one of those things you just wander and talk to someone. Yeah.
And then I walk into my dining room, or what's left of my dining room because renovations and whatnot. But they're just sitting around the table like
we're
mob
just chatting.
boss style.
Yeah, we're just chatting.
just
having
like
a good
mob
time.
boss style, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh brother.
It was great. We had a good chat with your parents. Are nice
my
though.
parents
Like we
have
wanted
been
to.
asking to have you guys back over ever since.
Yeah, I mean, your parents are like, your parents cook good food. They like really nice to us, and
They're
they're really
nice
kind
people,
to us.
yeah.
They're like really good people. So,
Dad, can I borrow Best for the next round of recording, please?
so yeah, but like, yeah, I mean, we just sat around the table. We just had. I wasn't mad that like we had to wait around. I just find it funny that like we got confused. Like the conversation about like
Yeah.
where we need to go, we got confused. But like we had a good chat. We just had a yarn with your parents. It was nice.
So anyway, recording again. What day are we on now? Like, we're in week
This
two.
was the end of Saturday.
Yep.
And then we go into beginning of week 2. This is when we pranked you. We pranked you on the Monday.
And then Hannah rocked up as well.
Hannah rocked up on
because
Monday
we
as well.
all realized, oh crap, we can't have this place be a dorm room anymore. there's a female here.
I know. And then we joked about looking for a candle, trying to find a candle. We sprayed it with deodorant and we tried to make
I
it
don't know
smell
if spraying
better.
with deodorant helped with the fact that it smelled like a boys' dorm.
Yeah, no,
because
it just
there's two things in boys' dorm
It
can
just
smell
smelled
like.
it smelled like a mix of
Boys'
Lynx
body
Africa
odor or deodorant.
and
Homemade
Rexona,
air
like
freshener.
original.
Anyway,
Oh
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Night and Fremantle.
recapping week one. All right,
Yeah.
so week one. Yep. So we
Week
had,
one is done.
Yeah, week one's done. So we did the we did Pop Black Adventures. We did most of the drums, and we did during in the evenings, and then we
A
did
lot of late night shenanigans.
yeah, and then we did a lot of bass, acoustic, and electric during the morning. During the morning and the afternoon.
It's funny because it's kind of like a gradient because you can tell like in the morning we were like focused and like excited, and then at the end of the night we're just like, you know what'd be funny? Let's do this.
Let's go to Pop Black. Let's just go hang out somewhere. Let's go adventure somewhere. It's good. And Lockie's parents made us dinner. Aside from that, we had takeaway.
Joel's parents made us do.
Oh, did
Yeah, they made curry,
Yeah, we did.
oh did I have any of that?
and then Ruben made
Why do I
noodles.
feel like I
Probably.
didn't have that.
I don't know.
Ruben made.
No, I did. I did.
What did Ruben
Sat in our
make?
freezers
I
for
made
months
spaghetti.
afterwards.
Ruben, what did you make?
Tell us about the spaghetti, Ruben. It's awesome.
Tell us about your spaghetti.
made too many noodles.
I just made this massive tub of spaghetti. No, actually, you and I went to the IGA. We were like, oh, we should buy some food for
the proper food because the whole
yeah,
thing
we
is
should buy some
we'd
things
just
to
been
make
eating
for like
junk
lunch
food.
and dinner.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
Well,
you buy
besides-
the ingredients, I'll
besides
make
what
spaghetti.
Our parents gave us.
Yeah.
And I just made spaghetti and I just brought a massive tub of it and it was gone.
What was
in
the
like a day or two.
what was the secret recipe?
Love.
Hey, see, I know that's fake.
love and the love of love.
I just went like, just flicked it in.
No, legit, it was so good, and
It was good.
Please don't
we
make
made
Gordon
so
Ramsay.
much of it. Like it was like multiple meals.
Yeah, I'm surprised it was finished. I was like,
Yeah,
whoa,
we
that's,
destroyed it. It was so good.
How many
wanted
times
more.
did we visited IGA as well?
None. I didn't go once.
Oh, you went a
'Cause
lot
I
for
went-
like
I went-
We
snacks
went
and stuff.
once for snacks. We went once in week 2.
Yeah,
We went with Hannah once.
because I remember.
Or I went with, or actually,
Because
maybe I went.
Hannah
once.
is one of the few people in this band who gets in my car while complimenting it. 'Cause she,
Hey, in fairness, I don't say anything because I don't know.
yeah.
I've heard those speakers.
All right, recap. It's a Jeep.
Enough said.
That's all. you
Okay, recap. It's still in one piece, and the same car I started this year with.
But yeah, everyone gives Lockie a hard time about his car. I don't really care.
Gives itself a hard time.
Yeah. Your car's
Okay.
for elderly men.
Either way. And anyway, so yeah, Hannah's a lovely person, and she would never be mean to anyone like that.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Please leave a like and a comment, and if you haven't already, please go press that subscribe button, put the bell icon on, and we'll see you in the next video.